Hello and welcome. My name is Diane Black and I am the founder of the Big Picture Club. And I had someone in our community ask, can you tell me a little bit more about who you are and how you created these visuals and how this whole group came about? So I'm going to record this short little video and I'm going to try and condense a 30-year career down to a couple of minutes to tell you a little bit more how did I become this visual facilitator. So back in 1996, I had just recently graduated from the University of Texas in Austin, and I moved to Chicago, and I wound up being hired as an artist for a huge consulting firm called Capgemini Ernst & Young. They were actually called Ernst & Young at the time. They got acquired. While I was there, they built out these huge innovation centers where they brought in top Fortune 500 companies, and I filled whiteboards with my hand-drawn notes of what they were saying in this corporate environment, what they were brainstorming, the businesses they were developing, the strategies they were developing, the products they were developing. And after doing that for a few years, I started to realize that visualizing these corporations' ideas is something that could be applicable to any career, to any industry, to any field. And so I started my own company and I built a network of visual facilitators. At one point, I had the largest network of visual facilitators in the US, and we were shipping people around the world to these events where they were doing live capture notes and recording them all, creating products and deliverables. And that was an amazing time in my life. And I was the managing director. We had 26 people, I think, on staff, and we were almost $1 million business at that time. And what I realized is I was doing all this work and I was putting all these people in the field, but I missed being in the field. As the managing director, I was constantly shipping people out. So I decided to go solo, and I shut that business down, or I left that business, and I started to go solo. And I started to get hired by Google, NASA, Coca-Cola, Johnson & Johnson, all these huge pharmaceuticals, all these huge corporations, healthcare systems, the Veterans Affairs, and I was being brought in to help them not only visualize their ideas, but to think them through. It wasn't just come and capture ideas, come and help us think through this solution, help us come and think through this idea. So I started to do more of that, but I was also doing my own personal development during that time. I was getting certified by the Coaches Training Institute. I was a member of the International Association of Facilitators. I was a member of the American Society of Training and Development. I was taking high performance coaching from Brendon Burchard. I was a member of Entrepreneurs Organization in Nashville, which is young entrepreneurs, and I was being coached privately by high-end coaches that were helping me to grow my business. And what I started to realize is I was taking visual notes in all these environments. I was taking these lessons and I was solidifying them into a visual so that I could take that lesson, harness it, and take it into action in my own life and in my own career. And so over the years, I've developed hundreds of visual models and frameworks that I'm going to share with you during the course of this time. But the other thing that I learned is consistently showing up and consistently thinking about the big picture, consistently brainstorming where am I going in the direction of my business? Where am I going in the direction of my company? What am I trying to build? And by showing up consistently and having a community that shows up consistently, your business can grow exponentially, and you're seen personally because other people see what's going on in your business. So that's what led me to create the Big Picture Club. Is I thought, what could I create where we met every Monday? And I love Mondays. I think Mondays are magical. What could we do where we meet every Monday, and you time box that out on your calendar because you look forward to it. You get energized by it. You get energized by hearing what other people are doing. You're excited to share what you're doing. So how can I host these Mondays? And we're going to call them Big Picture Mondays. And we come and we share it. And I've created a little framework because what I found, a template, what I found is having something that you're consistently doing. So we're going to consistently come up and we're going to talk about what are our intentions, what are our goals for the week. We're going to create a little visual. Like I'm looking at the template in my mind. We're going to create a little visual. We're going to map out, these are the things I'm trying to build. Because when you visualize it, you see it, it makes it easier to make all those connections. And then we're going to talk about what are our top 3 priorities that we're going to do for the week. And then throughout the week, we're going to share in the community, these are the things I've done, these are the things I've accomplished. And so having that rhythm, that cadence, I've done this with other masterminds. And a lot of the people who are first joining this group are from my masterminds. And so I'm excited to see them here, but I'm excited to expand this. I'm excited because when we expand this, we have people from all different types of backgrounds, and we're going to learn. Even though your business may look different than mine, I'm going to learn something from your business. And I learned that in the Entrepreneurs Organization is I was in this little hive of people with all different types of businesses so that we weren't competitors. And we were learning from each other. We were growing from each other. And so that's what I wanted to create with the Big Picture Club. I don't want to talk too much about this, but I'm excited to do this on Mondays. We're going to do our check-ins. The other thing I want to tell you is, and then I'm going to keep introducing new visual models and frameworks for you. And then they'll be in the classroom. You'll be able to go and download those. We're going to kick off with the fundamentals. So if you're new and you're just joining and we've already done the fundamentals, that'll be captured so you can go and learn the basics of visual thinking, the basics of how to get your ideas out on paper, but create that visual vocabulary so that you can start to put all the puzzle pieces together. So I hope that helps you to learn a little bit more about me. I can't wait to this video is recorded right as we're starting. I can't wait to do our kickoff. I can't wait for our regular Big Picture Mondays. I can't wait to celebrate you. That's the new thing about this community is I'm in here. I'm live. You'll see a little green dot. Diane is online. I'm in here to support you. I'm in here to answer your questions one-on-one. I'm here to answer your questions whenever you put them in the large community. I'm here to add resources to the classroom. And so I'm excited, and I will see you when I see you, whether it's a Big Picture Monday or it's the kickoff.